Hey folks, Coach Jeff here with another Pro Hockey Breakdown. Today we're going to be looking at the beauty of a pass to the point in the offensive zone in your offensive set, getting it from that deep into the corner forward position, back out to the D at the blue line. It's also called a low to high pass. And so let's go ahead and take a look at that. We'll see it play out and then we'll break it down for you. There you have it. That's the play. Let's go ahead and break it down. So what you're going to see is the play starts as they enter the offensive zone right here. Just so we can all see what's happening, this is the skater with the puck, and they had just entered into the zone along with the other forwards. And what you're going to see is them go ahead and skate the puck around behind the net. And so let's just go ahead and see that play out here. So moving, driving in deep. And I want to point out that what's happening now as this skater gets further in and ultimately wraps around is that it's drawing defenders down into the offensive zone. And let's just keep an eye on that for a second as that unfolds. At this moment right here, let's count how many players we have on D who are being sucked down low. So we've got this guy who's the lowest behind the net. We've got this guy who's right in front of the net, about as low as you can get. He's in the crease. We've got this guy who's just very low slot. We've got this skater who's barely at the hash marks, and this skater who's just above the hash marks. But all five skaters are down super low, almost at the dots or lower. So if you take a look at where the dots are, right there, okay, you've got pretty much five skaters at or below the dots, and that's really all a tribute to the fact that we had an offensive zone entry bringing the puck deep and getting around the back of the net, and all that defensive pressure coming down to try to absorb that deep puck entry. Okay, so that's what's going on right now. We're going to keep moving forward. So it's not until right about here where this guy says, oh, snap, I need to pivot back, because he can see now that the skater hasn't made a play in front of the net, but instead is looking up the boards, which is wide open. So he's trying to recover, but it's too little too late, as you'll see. So what our puck handler is going to do is say, hey, look, I've got a defenseman at the point. Okay, so if you're talking about the point or the defensive players who are standing at the blue line, let's go ahead and show you. Here's one. Okay, one of the defensemen is in this position, and that's called being at the point, which is back up by the blue line. So your defensive players, there's going to be one there and one on the opposite side, which you can't see right now, but it's a skater who's well up the ice back at the blue line this way. And so this is a wide open, clean pass that's going to be made here, and you'll see how that's picked up. Pass is being made. You can see the puck going out to the blue line. By the time the puck gets to the blue line, or really almost at the blue line, let's look one more time at where these defensive skaters are, and you've got this being the dots, right? The face-off dots, or the hash mark level. And really there's only one. The one guy who realized that he had to recover is just above that high slot area. But even this skater has got a lot of distance to cover to get it to this defenseman, or there's no chance really of getting into this defenseman's lane. So let's take a look as that puck hits our defensive player right there. It's going to be pretty much a one-timer made to get that puck going towards the net. Okay, puck comes in here. Here's our one-timer happening right there. And what that does is it's going to send the puck back into the goal crease area. It's kind of taking everybody a little bit by surprise. First of all, they're thinking that they've got to get all their momentum going back up ice this way. Then the puck's going to come back deep again, which is going to cause them to have to recognize that there's a shift in momentum headed up ice again in the offensive direction. It's just a good way to catch people off guard. And so the puck goes sailing in, and it turns out just in that moment, we've got a centerman, another forward, hooking in front of the net to do a little bit of a screen. And what that allows for is actually a redirection. So the puck's going to come in this way, and then it actually redirects off the stick of that centerman, who's not only in good position to do a redirect, but also in position to screen the goalie. And that happens right there, and it finds its way into the back of the net. And we're going to see another angle. So let's check that out real quick. Pass being made to the point, in, redirect right there. Come back a little bit. Let's see. Okay, this is from the defenseman's perspective, which allows you to see a couple things. One is, let's look how skater's looking up ice, knows, kind of telegraphing what they're going to do, but it doesn't matter. The defense is already so out of position. There's no way they can recover. But he's making eye contact, because if this pass is missed, this is a good point. If this pass comes up ice, and let's say the defenseman misses it, what happens then? That is a massive breakout opportunity. In fact, that's worth going back a hair just to show you how bad a play that would be if they didn't make good eye contact with each other right here. So let's just say now that the puck comes up. It's a nice crisp pass to the defenseman, but let's say the defenseman was not on the ice yet because they were doing a shift change, or isn't looking and is thinking that, you know, he might be wanting to pinch in a certain direction, or just kind of hover in this area just to kind of hold their ground. Well, those things would all result in potentially a missed pass where the puck goes sailing up the boards and just keeps going. And it wouldn't take very long for these guys to recognize and jump on that and have a pretty sweet breakout going the other direction. So that was worth pointing out, and we're going to just get right back to that spot. That's the value and importance of what's happening right here. He's got laser vision looking at his D to make sure that it's eye contact, saying like, hey, I'm going to pass this to you pretty crisp. I want you to be ready. And when that happens, boom, his eyes have not left that defenseman. It's just, since the time he rounded the net, you know, way back here, he's been just locked in. And at this point, it's obvious that it's going to happen. Pass comes perfectly to where the defenseman gets a little bit of run up and can just one-time it right back in. What's happened now, you can see that what's already really kind of developed is our center did get in front of the net nicely, is creating a little bit of a screen opportunity in front of the goalie, and ultimately is going to get their stick down on the ice fast enough, right? Can you guys see that? So just real quick, zoom in on the puck. You can see the puck traveling right there. That's the stick blade of our offensive player who's screening the goalie in front of the goal. And right there, you see the contact being made. So the puck's come in, and it's going to redirect that way pretty sharply right there. And it just sneaks its way into the goal. Goalie doesn't know what's happened. And that results in celebration. So there you have it. That's breaking down a low to high pass in the offensive zone, or passing out of the corner to the points, to the D. So it's a deep offensive player passing back up the boards to a defensive player who's made eye contact and is ready for the play, and then sending it from the blue line into traffic with a centerman in front of the goal, tipping that in. So it's a whole lot of things that happened there, but it was all set up by drawing the defense deep, getting the defense below the dots, and then recognizing and making eye contact on a beautiful play to pass to the points, and then taking an opportunity to send it right back into the goal crease. There you have it. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you're liking these videos, you can expect to see some more rolling out pretty soon. Go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Thanks a lot.